Hey, what's up everyone? Plus Soldier James here, coming at you with another video. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe if you enjoy my content and want to see more. With that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, part 4 of the DCeased story is here. Now remember I said in the beginning of the last video things are going to get crazier? Well, they're about to get insane. And if you've been wondering where is the rest of the Justice League like Flash, Wonder Woman, and Hawkgirl while the world is going to hell, don't worry, you'll get your answers in this video. So quick recap on part 3. Atlantis has fallen to the infected. Harley is fighting off infected birds of prey. Alfred is in the Batwing heading to Damian, and Superman has just found his father, Jonathan Kent, is infected. But if you'd rather watch those parts, you'll find them in the description box down below. So, part 4 starts off in Washington, D.C., deep underground the Cadmus facility, with Amanda Waller, who runs it, and both the Atoms. Now, I want to talk about these characters really quick. First, Amanda Waller, she's a high-ranking government official who is one of the most feared and respected. Her nickname is The Wall, because of how aggressive, stubborn, and ruthless she is. She's headed other organizations like Cadmus, but she's well known as the director of Task Force X, aka the Suicide Squad. She was a character I used to honestly not like at all growing up, watching the Justice League animated series, which if you haven't seen that series, stop watching this and go and see it, because it is one of the greatest animated series of all time. You are missing out. But now she has become one of my favorite characters, not only because of everything I just said about her, but also because, yeah, she doesn't have any superpowers herself, but she uses guile, political connections, and just sheer intimidation to achieve her goals. She doesn't care who you are, how powerful you are, she'll bring you down if she has to, or have you bend to her will, all in the name of national security. Sometimes I think of her as like a ruthless Batman. They have some good scenes in the animated series, so you'll see that if you check it out. When Viola Davis was cast as her in the Suicide Squad movie, I was like, yup, perfect casting. She ended up being one of the best things about that movie, and I can't wait to see what James Gunn does with her in the new Suicide Squad movie. Now let's talk about the Atoms. First, Captain Atom, whose real name is Nathaniel Adams. That's who you see right here with Waller. His most recent origin was he was a United States Air Force officer who volunteered in an experiment that was focused on researching the quantum field. The doctor who headed the experiment, Dr. Magella, ignored protocols and let Nathaniel Adams end up being caught in a nuclear explosion, thus giving him access to the quantum field, which is a limitless source of energy. He has super strength, speed, and durability, and can absorb energy. He's a very underrated character who's very powerful, filled with atomic energy, and can go toe-to-toe with Superman. He's made some animated appearances on the Justice League animated series and some other DC animated movies you can see him in. Now the Atom, whose real name is Ray Palmer, is a scientist who's also been a longtime member of the Justice League. He figured out a way to shrink himself to a subatomic particle using dwarf star matter technology while still being able to keep his full strength and increase his speed. He's basically the Ant-Man but can't increase his size like the Ant-Man can. He's also made animated appearances on the Justice League and even live action in the Arrowverse on the show Legends of Tomorrow, played by the former Superman Brandon Routh. But back to the story right now. Waller approaches Captain Atom, who's standing in front of an infected civilian, asking if there's been any contact with Ray Palmer since he went in. Captain Atom replies no. Waller says they're out of time. Captain Atom says as per Plague Protocol B, the Atom has shrunk down to take a closer look at the virus to try to learn how to destabilize the virus. Waller then tells Captain Atom that Plague Protocol C has been ordered, which is basically having Captain Atom go out and start destroying the worst infected areas. We then see Captain Atom flying, taking out the infected, but as he's doing this, he tells Waller over the radio that something is wrong. We cut to see an infected Ray Palmer, the Atom, is inside Captain Atom, infecting him, tearing him apart from the inside out. The atomic energy in Captain Atom is starting to destabilize. A bomb has just been activated. While that's happening, we go back to Metropolis on top of the Daily Planet with Superman picking back up with the group, holding his mother Martha. John takes notice of them and asks about his grandfather Jonathan. Martha starts to tell him but immediately breaks down, not having the heart to tell him. Lois starts to cry, trying to console Martha. Superman and John join in. They form a family hug, trying to console one another and remember Jonathan Kent as he was, not what he has become. After that, Lois informs Superman that they were able to get the radio tower up and running, that they're ready to broadcast on every radio and TV channel they can reach in order to find all survivors. Superman replies, "I can't stop, people need me out there." Green Arrow and Black Canary, or Ollie and Dinah, I'll be going back and forth between the names, mostly for everyone, so hopefully it doesn't confuse you guys. So they tell Superman no, that they talked about it and they think he'd be too much of a threat if he got infected, that he can't risk being infected by a screen, but he tells them that he won't get infected by them. That from the nanosecond he found out what caused the virus, he went immediately into using his X-ray vision. He says that he appreciates the concern, but he doesn't have time. Damian then replies saying, "Find more time, that people are still out there and that we need to find them." Dinah says that Damian is right. That's the answer, but this time she's coming with him. Lois then begins to broadcast. She calls out across the world to every survivor, every hero, and even every villain, telling them that she's Lois Lane on top of the Daily Planet in Metropolis, that she knows that the world today looks like a nightmare, and that whoever is listening, she knows that they're scared, but they're not alone. The Justice League is gathering in Metropolis. Anyone out there with the power or the means to confront this, to come join them. It's time for humanity to fight back against this threat. I love this scene because it's the Independence Day speech. That's what I call them. That's one of the best movie speeches of all time. But it's a speech about, them coming together. It doesn't matter their differences, whether you're human or metahuman, a hero or a villain. This threat wants to kill all of them, and they need to stand together and fight. My only critique is that I wish that it came from Superman, because in my opinion it would be more impactful, because Superman is the symbol of hope. He's the one who brings hope to the people, and he's all about bringing us together, bringing people together. And that's what Superman's all about. That's his main goal at the end of the day. So as Lois is calling out, we cut to Themyscira, where we see Mira arriving there, telling Hippolyta, Wonder Woman's mother, that she lost everything. Her home, her people, and her husband are all gone. Hippolyta says to her that you're welcome here on Themyscira. We finally see Wonder Woman, who hears Lois over the radio being asked by her mother where she's going. Wonder Woman replies, "Metropolis." We go back to Superman with, I guess now, the Black Canary Lantern. I don't know what we call her. We haven't been given an official name for her yet. But I'll be going back and forth between Dinah and Black Canary. We see that they're calling out for the Flash and Kid Flash, Barry Allen and Wally West. They eventually respond and find them both hidden in a bunker. Barry tells Superman they can't leave, that Batman contacted both of them the second he figured out what was happening. See, this is why I said Batman in an earlier video. Batman is the master strategist of the Justice League. There is nobody else. Because like Barry states, Batman knew that if any one of the speedsters got infected, it would spell disaster for the world. You're talking about guys that can run as fast as light. If any one of them got infected, the world would be gone like that. No one would be safe. And these guys can vibe through dimensions as well. It would just be total disaster. But Dinah tells them that she can keep them safe. They ask her, "You're a Green Lantern now? Where's Hal?" We finally go back to Gotham, seeing Harley Quinn, as she pointed out in the last video, going bird hunting, fighting off the birds of prey. As she's shooting at them, she yells, "Get back." She ends up catching the Huntress in the shoulder, but her gun eventually runs out of bullets. Just as they're about to leap on her, she says, "All nuts." All of a sudden, Poison Ivy arrives, wrapping them all up in her vines. Harley is shocked and awe and says, "That was pretty romantic." Ivy replies, "Crushing the undead is romantic?" Harley says, "Saving me is romantic. Crushing the undead is a delightful bonus." Ivy tells Harley to come on, the green will protect them. Back at the top of the Daily Planet, as Lois is continuing to broadcast, John asks the group if they can hear that. Damian replies, "Hear what?" John says, "It sounds like thunder." Ollie chimes in saying, "It sounds like impending doom." John looks up and says, "I can see her." The group asks, "Her?" We then turn to see a Giganta destroying the city, heading right towards them. Black lightning hits her with a bolt of electricity. Ollie shoots her with one of his explosive arrows, yelling out to keep her away from the Daily Planet. John hits her with some heat vision to the head, and as they're battling, some rockets come onto the scene and hit Giganta. Alfred has arrived in the Batwing. Giganta grabs the Batwing, crushing one of the wings. Damian screams out, "No." As it's falling, it's caught by Dinah. The Justice League has arrived at the nick of time. Dinah yells to Superman, "Take her down." Superman swoops in and hits Giganta right in the face. She drops to the ground. Then Wonder Woman yells out to Superman, coming from the sky, "Move," bringing down her sword to finish off Giganta, but Superman stops her. She yells at Superman, "Are you serious, Clark? It's an undead giant. I'm not going to give it time to get back up." Superman replies, "Batman said they're infected, so there can still be hope. They can still be alive." See, remember I said in the last video that Superman is still holding out hope, and we finally see proof of that. He's not willing to make the hard choice, but Wonder Woman is. That's why when it comes down to it, Batman and Wonder Woman can make the hard choice if they had to. Superman is the one who can't do it, you know? Like I said, his brand is all about hope. But then as that's going on, a blast comes out of nowhere, and we finally see Cyborg standing in front of a hole blasted into Giganta's head. Superman asks Cyborg, "What have you done?" Cyborg replies, "She wasn't alive. None of them are. We need to talk." We go to Dinah, landing the Batwing on the ground. Damian yells out "Father," initially thinking it's Batman, until Alfred steps out of the Batwing and says, "I'm sorry, son." He opens up the case he was carrying, and we see that it's the Batsuit in the case. Alfred says to Damian that his father said you were worthy of it, that he was proud of you, and that he should have said that to you every day. Damian starts to break down and hugs Alfred. So we finally see what Batman said in the first video, that Alfred had something he was carrying for Damian and saying he earned it. And we see that it is the mantle of the Batman. This is amazing. Here's why. Batman didn't have to do that. Damian could have easily stayed as Robin, or Tom Taylor could have written, "Batman is dead and so is everyone else in the Bat family as far as we know." And Damian would say to himself, "Well, I'm the new Batman now." No, instead, he has Batman passing on the mantle in an emotional way, saying to his son, basically, "I love you and I'm proud of you. You earned it," and regrets not saying that to him every day. This was awesome. Back at the rooftop of the Daily Planet, the Flashes are both given some lenses by Black Lightning's daughter. Black Lightning tells them that these are Anissa's lenses. They make everything blurry, including screens, and will give them major headaches, but it's better than becoming a zombie. Cyborg approaches, saying they are not zombies. They're the blighted ones, an extension of the anti-life equation, that they search for life and can sense it, that they will find it and they will end it. Out of nowhere, we see Hawkgirl Kendra with burning wings falling from the sky. Wonder Woman goes to catch her. Kendra tells the group that she heard the call and she was on her way, but saw that Captain Atom has turned and he's going to blow. Superman asks where. Back at Washington, we see the infected Captain Atom continuing to destabilize, destroying Washington. Superman and Wonder Woman swoop in and grab him, trying to take him to the sky before he can blow. But then the narrator tells us it was the most destructive explosion ever unleashed on the world. It was felt across the planet. Washington was gone in an instant, and the blast kept growing. Baltimore crumbled, and then finally the last one was Metropolis. And that is the end to DCeased Part 4. I wasn't lying to you guys when I said things are about to go insane. Cities have fallen. We don't know if Superman or Wonder Woman survived the blast. And Metropolis is destroyed, so we don't know if anyone survived that was on the rooftop of the Daily Planet. Crazy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like on the video and comment on what was your favorite part. We would very much like to hear from you guys. Other than that, I hope you have an awesome day. Don't worry, DCeased Part 5 is going to be coming soon, definitely this week. Other than that, like I said, have an awesome day. Peace, love, and blessings to you. And remember to always, in everything you do, every day, go beyond. Plus ultra. I'm out, guys.